Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. Today, we are going to be talking all about how to create trending short form video content to start the year with more views. Now, I don't know about you guys, but there is something that just feels different about 2026. Rob and I just got back from our honeymoon slash baby moon in Bali, and I can't tell you, first and foremost, how amazing that trip was. I will be posting an obscene amount of photos from it, but it was absolutely just such a beautiful reset that was so needed. And I don't know about you all, but I just have such a good feeling about 2026. It just feels like everything is really shifting in a really positive way. And I've talked with my clients about this, and it feels just like we're so ready for this year for everything to explode. There is so much that is happening this year with in the Bali honeymoon and things that were going on. I was just thinking about all the amazing things that are about to happen in 2026. So we are having our beautiful baby girl. She is going to be born in June. I'm going to have my first maternity leave ever. We also just put a down payment, or we put an offer in on a house, and we close on the 16th. So this might be one of the last episodes that you guys are seeing in this home. And it just feels like a year of new beginnings in my personal life, but also within the business. And I'm going to be doing an episode in 2 episodes about all the changes that are coming to my programs this year. There are lots of big things coming. And I know that you guys are probably feeling like that too. Also, within your businesses, creating like just simple ways that you can make this year amazing is my goal for you this year. I really want to create more content for you all that is serving you, that is creating value for you. And if you have like any requests and things like that, I had a client ask me, can you do an episode on Canva? So any episodes that you are asking, like needing a little bit of a request for, please send them in. And I can't wait to help you with it this year. It's going to be a really, really good year. So, without further ado, let's talk about how to create trending short form video content that gets more views. So, first and foremost, I want to create a couple of definitions for you all so that you know what I'm talking about when I actually start sharing my screen. And if you're listening to this episode, go into the YouTube video version of this because I'm literally going to share my phone and I'm going to share how I'm going about making this content so you can actually see a tutorial live. So within this year, one of the things that I wanted to define first is short form content. What is short form content? So, when we're thinking about short form video content, there are a lot of most outlets for social media, which, as you guys know, if you've listened to this podcast before, within social media, that is replacing websites because there is so much more personality that can get portrayed. And as a service-based solopreneur, especially if you are something like a life coach, people want to know what your personality is like before they work with you. So within doing short form video content, you are giving them access to that version of you in little spurts of your personality so that people can see if you are a good fit. So, when we're thinking about short form video content, what I'm referring to are short videos that can either be, and pretty much every platform has them now. In YouTube, they have what's called YouTube Shorts. In Instagram, they have Reels. They also, on Facebook, they have Reels. That's what the short form videos are called. TikTok is entirely short form video content, and LinkedIn just started allowing people to post videos. So, and pretty much every single form of social media is including these short form videos because most people have a pretty short time attention span. It's very easy to scroll. And if you want to get more views on your content, what happens is if we think about the attention span and the motivation behind the people who are running these social media platforms is their goal is to keep people on the app for longer. So the reason why doing short form video content is going to get you more views and more followers this year is if you are posting these shorter videos, not only is it going to get you more views and more people seeing it, but it also is going to showcase your personality to get people to convert. And those reels are going out to more people. Now, if you look at my feed, you'll see that I do a post that is summarized within the reel. And that's the way that I have chosen to make my business sustainable is I take a post and then I summarize it for a reel. So I have long form content, which is written in post format, and then I repurpose it to a short form summary that I post with the caption for the reel. So that's the way I like to do my content. And it just helps to get more views out there when we're thinking about generating more leads, bringing more people into your space. You want to make sure that you are including more of these videos because that's what the algorithms are posting and pushing out further. Now, that's not always true. Carousels sometimes do well. I just find that they're really time consuming. So typically I just do a static post that's a static carousel. But for me, when I'm thinking about, and if I look at my views, and again, the goal is to get more people coming in so that you can nurture them. Within a post, it'll get like 100 people that view it. And again, likes are never really a full indicator, but 192 views for a post, whereas I can get up to like one of my posts went super viral and it had thousands of people viewing it. I forget which one it was, but I've had up to like one of the posts I did last week had 2,000 views. So 100 versus 2,000, you want to get more eyes on your content because what you do as a service-based solopreneur is amazing and you want to make sure more people can see that for you. So when we're thinking about doing short form video content, I want to preface this episode by saying that technology changes rapidly. The reason why I typically don't do tutorials like this in my podcast is because this podcast is going to have longevity for years to come. I know that this is going to be a podcast that people could refer back to, and who knows what kind of social media we'll have years into the future. So the way I wanted to start this episode is by creating, first and foremost, I'm going to give you the how. I'm going to actually show you tutorials for how to do these things. But I also wanted to go in and show you that the mindset that you have going into this content is the most important piece about it. When I talk about the mindset, when you're trying new technology, your brain is going to get frustrated. Anything new, anything that is different than you're used to doing is a challenge. So your brain doesn't want to do those things. And it might change. So the way that I show you these videos right now as I record this video on January 6th, 2025, what happens is a lot of times people will look at this and maybe the font is different and maybe you have to click in a different area to get the text overlay to work. And I want you to develop the mindset of a strong CEO. And I want you to think about as the CEO of a business, when you are a solopreneur, is you have to wear all the hats. You have to be the content creator, you have to be the graphic designer, you have to be the video editor and the caption writer, copywriter. And within that, your brain is going to want to have frustrations around new forms of technology anytime you're doing something new. What I want you to do is, as a CEO, I want you to see the time that you're taking to learn a new skill set. If you have to, after this episode, YouTube and Google the newest, latest way that you actually can put text overlay on if it changes. I want you to develop that resilience, that grit, that ability to problem solve and not get problem focused. It might take you an hour or two to make your first short form video content. There's always going to be a learning curve. So I want you to go into this knowing that it's going to take you time in order to bring this new form of content editing to life, and it's worth it. It is worth it to get in front of more people, to get in front of more eyes. And that's the way I want you thinking about your business and about doing short form video content going forward. So, in the worksheet that I'll also, of course, include with this, I'm going to have you list out ideas for each of these things, but I want you to have a sentence that you can set as almost like an intention, a mantra, a neurological pathway is I can figure this out and I want you to feel capable. It doesn't mean that you're going to feel competent right away. You're not going to know exactly how to do these short form video content. Maybe you've done it before, but maybe this is your first time doing it. And I want to offer you that you want to develop the endurance, the resilience, the grit to get this done because you are going places, whether you're about to make your first 10K or your first 100K or scale past 100K. You want to be the kind of person that is able to figure these things out. So that's what we'll start this episode with is if this is different in the time that you listen to this podcast, which it changes rapidly every 3 to 6 months, go and be resilient and resourceful enough to find another video, figure out how to use it in a way that's applicable. Now, the other thing that I want to say is when you're thinking about getting more views that actually help you convert more people, is you want to think about what is going on a short form video content. Now, there is super short form video content that could be anywhere from 3 seconds to 15 seconds. And then there's going to be like medium sized content, which we'll talk about with talking heads. So there's a lot of different things, a lot of different terms that I'm going to be using. But the main thing you want to know is you want to be putting things on the screen that are going to get people to look and engage. That's the goal, is viewing and engaging so that people can go further with you, so that they can eventually either reach out to you or sign up for a consult and become a paid client. So when you're thinking about these short form videos, one of the most important things, and another just quick piece of terminology, is text overlay. I'll be referring to that a lot. And text overlay means that these are the words that you are putting on top of your videos to get people to look, read, and engage with your content in a way that is faster. When you're thinking about creating short form video content that gets you more views, one of the things that we do is we will put my post into an AI generator, typically Claude, because it's an AI that is based on copywriting. But we also have used ChatGPT in the past. Whatever version you use is totally fine, or you can just read it and do it on your own. But typically, what I'll do is I'll put my caption in and ask Claude to generate text overlay that makes sense. Now, sometimes not so great and I have to redo it, but that is a simple, fast way for you to do your short form video content. So, what are the options when it comes to short form video content? There is B roll, which is behind the scenes footage of you living your life or things that you're seeing. There is trending videos. There are remixed reels. There are talking heads. And those are the 4 types of videos that you can use when you are creating short form content. So that is when you're thinking about creating these videos, I'm about to do a tutorial for each and every one of these so you can see them and make sure that you actually have an example of each of these. So I'm pulling up my handy dandy content batching. And I'm going to go with the first one, which is B-roll, which in my opinion, I think is the easiest. I think that doing B-roll is very fast and it's easy to do. So whenever you are creating your videos, what you're going to be doing, and I'm going to be using videos of Bali, and I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see it. Is there are different aspects to your B-roll. So B-roll is a video. This is a video I got this was $11 in Bali. It was literally cheaper for us to go to Bali instead of going to the Caribbean because apparently everyone also had the great idea to go to the Caribbean. So we were like, you know what? Where else is warm? Bali. Let's go for it. So hopefully you guys can see this. It's a video, and I'm going to make the music quiet. But when you are doing a video, you have this is a B-roll short form video content in the form of a reel. And what I do is I put the text over the video, and that is what creates trending options for you. So it's a 30 minutes to evaluate your year. Here's the steps. And then I take that off and I say comment 93 for your worksheet to make 2026 your best year yet. And again, you can go in and just see that this one got 657 views. So you can see that these videos typically do really well and they're also pretty fast to do. So that is an example of a B-roll version. Now, how do you do this in your own life? Is the first thing that you're going to do is if you guys can hear the audio, I hope you can hear it. So do you hear how we've got all the 2025 songs? The first thing that you're going to do, what I like to do, is I like to choose audio that is trending. Now, within my mastermind, I actually give my clients trending audio to use every single week. They can literally take exactly what I did the week before, but you can save the audio or you can find the audio. So I'm going to share this and show. And hopefully you guys can still see my screen. And what I do is I go in and I look in here and I find fun audio and I save it to this real inspiration picture. So I'll find audio. And if you look under where it says Dreamland Vacation Travel Co., there is currently, again, remember, if it doesn't look like this, it might not, but you want to go ahead and click in the, do you see where it says the Echo Blaze Maxima? You want to click there on the audio and you want to go where it says trending. So again, I'm clicking in the audio of something that I saw that was trending. I save these videos, and the way I do that is I'll just be scrolling and I'll save it to my Reel Inspiration Remix Reel folder. And then I will find that little up arrow where it says Echo Blaze, and I click on that. Then in the top right hand corner, I click on what says trending. And this is how I choose different audio. Now, I am a girl that loves classic rock, so I will choose Florence or Clearwater. Wow. Fortunate Son by Credence Clearwater Survival. Man, can't talk right now. And then what we'll do is we'll click here and we can do a video. So what I'll do is I'll go in and I will find a video of me, and those are some talking heads. And I'll do a video from me in Bali. So I'll find a cute little video. Oh, this is a great one. And hopefully you guys can hear that. But then my trending audio is something that other people are clicking on. It's something that people want to listen to. And so I know that if I choose trending audio, I will most likely get more humans looking at my video. And that is the goal. We want to get more humans looking at the video. Now, I'm doing this as I do this post, I want to be putting text overlay on here that gets people's attention. So I want to choose something like a hook that hooks people in and gets people excited to read more and actually read my caption. So the way that you do that is you click on the A button in the bottom left-hand corner and you want to say words. So stop people's scroll with viral with short form video content. So I'll put that and you can choose and slide where you want the placement to be. You can change at the bottom if you click on it again. This I'm selected the keypad on the far left. You can choose the style by clicking on the capital and lowercase a. You can choose different text. And again, it might change by the time that you go and do this. So make sure that you are Google an updated video if it's different. If you click on the color wheel, you can choose regular colors. Or if you click on the, I'll go back real quick. If you click on the color wheel here, do you see how there's a little dropper on underneath the keypad on the far left? If you click on that, you can choose a color that matches, and I'm just dragging my finger across. You can choose a color that matches something, like I'm matching my nail polish color. You can choose a color that matches that and make it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Or if you have brand colors, you can also, of course, put your brand colors in there as well. If you want to change the audio, you can click the audio button and let's say you're talking over it. If you, all I did is I clicked on the, here, I'm clicking into here and I'll just show you the other things that you can do with the typing. You can make the letters jump like I did for the where it says comment 93. You can create a glitter effect, hard shadow, block, offset. You can make the text jazzy. You can also, when you click the A button here, you can change it to lots of different versions. So this is the one with the light background, dark background, plain, outlined, opposite outline. So lots of different options there. And then this is either the format left, center, or right. So these are all the things that you can do with the text overlay. Now, when you go through um, here, comment 95 for a tutorial and planning guide. So what I'm doing is, and also if you scroll on this left-hand side, you can change the size of it and you can change the color. Now let's say I want to put more than just this on here. I want to say the 4 types of content. So there's one B roll, and then I want to do another one that says 2 trending remakes, 3 remix reels, 4 talking heads. Actually, there's a 5th one. 5 repurposed long form content. So, and I'll say these 5 forms of short video. And if I want to change the text in here, I can sometimes change just the color of these words. Sometimes, or at least I used to be able to do that. Anywho, again, making it simple. And I'm going through this in depth, but I won't go through this in depth for like every single one of these five. But this is just good so that you guys can see how to get it done. So what you want to do from here is then you're going to move these. You can change the size of them. You can do this, 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 this. Make this a bit bigger. And then let's say you want to change the duration and make them pop up one at a time. You can go and change it and make it related to the audio. So if you move this, you can change when the words B-roll pop up, trending remakes. You can make it the whole time. It really depends on what you want to do. I just kind of did it like this. Let's see how it looks. And then I noticed that I was like, ooh, that B-roll, the word B-roll is over my face at the beginning. So I just want to switch it up a little. I'm like, okay, we'll just make it like this. Boom, 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 boom. So you see how they come up? You can change the size, you can move it. That's a feature here. Now, let's say you want to change the music and the volume, and you have words that you're saying during it. You click on the next button and you can change the volume. If you want to add more pictures to it, my driver's license, I also have pictures of here. Any of these things. There's a video I did yesterday. You can add more. You can add effects. And I'll turn the music off. You can cut it so it's shorter. You can change the audio. You can add a picture. You can use closed captions if you're talking in it. You can talk over it by doing a voice overlay right there. You can even change the colors of different pieces of it and the filter. And then I like to save it. I think that Instagram is like you can use different apps to edit your videos, but I think Instagram is the easiest and you can literally save it from here. You'll have to save it without audio, but you can go in and save your video and you can edit it to take out the voiceover. I'm going to delete this picture, but there are lots of things you can do there. So that is the first type of short form video content that you guys can do. I'm going to pause this and then I'm going to get the next type ready for you. Okay, so I just went over how to do the first type of video, which I think is the easiest for your short form video content, which is the B-roll. And again, I always thought it was behind the scenes roll, but it's just that when people are filming, if you are from a film background, don't judge me. I'm giving you my Spark Notes, not very scientific version of it. But within it, the A roll is what they would use. That's like typically when characters are talking to the camera. And B roll is like the scenes behind the scenes, like that I got with that video of me pregnant with our little one in our honey slash baby moon in Bali. So that was the first video that I showed you. Now, the second one that I'm going to show you guys today is called, I call it a trending video remake. The trending video remakes typically have sounds that are not just a regular song. Like with the Fortunate Son, that is just a regular song. There isn't any like jazziness to it where there's some text overlay. So I'm going to show you what a trending video looks like here. So you'll see these as you're scrolling through. And again, you can edit these videos in CapCut. You can edit them. There are other apps that you can use, but I just choose to do it on the Instagram app and then I upload it to YouTube Shorts and Reels, depending on what it is. So within this, this is the next one that I do is the trending video remakes. This is the second type of short form video content that you can use. I think it's the second easiest, and it's where you take clips or you'll have a video that is a song and you'll hear there's like a little addition to it that makes it slightly trending. So this one was me saying, talking about the revenue dip, but the changes that I made and changing the way that I evaluated my year. So this was a fun one that I thought matched that vibe. So here is, um, nothing. Do you hear how it said nothing? Now, typically, the videos that have this audio would show something like, how much money do you have? Do you see how it's kind of like, oh, I didn't save any money this year? You could do something like that. You can make it related to it. But for me, I wanted to take that, and again, to get more views, but also create content that's relevant. I see a lot of times people taking these trending audios and they'll do random audio on top of it. And I would recommend taking something that's trending, but putting your value, your content, and the intangible benefits of working with you. I talk about value pillars all the time, but I would recommend making it related to that. So, for instance, I have another one that I just posted, and this is a cute trending video as well. So, I don't know if I hope you guys can hear the audio, but within this, it was a cute video. It's something that is like something that was trending for us, but this was so. I just think it's so cute. So adorable. Oh, get so misty thinking about it. Little Eve, it's gonna be so precious. But within this, you can make cut like, and people always talk to me. They're like, "You put a lot of your personal content on there." Yeah, I do because we are personal brands. It's my face, it's my business, and I think that having that personal element actually helps me create more engagement and conversations with people. And fascinating enough, this already is at 451, and that was posted literally 2 hours ago. So you'll see things like that. And I wanted to show you this was another one that got a lot of reactions. 2,921 people watched this video, and this is simple B-roll to do. Okay. So that is the second type of content that I would recommend doing is a trending video remake. And let's say you want to do it with something that is like, again, random trending audio that you hear. Like I'm going to show you again with my phone. And hopefully this will come through. I'm recording this in lots of parts, so hopefully this will come through. So what I did is I just went to my reels and at the bottom, and again, I'm just going into my regular scrolling. This is just like my regular scrolling for my reels. And I click on Blink 182, and this is something that is getting lots of views. So this song, First Date, who doesn't love Blink 182? And I would save it as an audio. You can click that little bookmark button. You guys see that there? And if I wanted to use this video, I could actually, oh, my lens is a little little foggy here. Like, let me make that clearer. Okay, that's better. Then I would listen to the snippet that is trending, and then I would record either me like pointing at something, just like I did with like the shrug, and then I would make it related to my content about short form video content or whatever you're talking about, whether it's you're talking about romantic relationships and boundaries, whether you're talking about how to organize your time better, whether you're talking about how to beat overwhelm and something you can do to regulate your nervous system. That's what you want to do with the trending audio. You don't want to just talk about random stuff. You want to talk about what your value you're providing to your clients. So let's listen to the first date one. Don't wait. This is over and over on it. This was love forever. God love it. God loves it. So I'll do is I'll listen to something like that and I'll be like, I'll start over and I'll be like, I know it's gonna say, let's go, don't wait, this one's almost over. Like I'll point and have words pop up that are related to the song. Or not related to the song, related to what I want to actually talk about. So we'll do okay. And you want to keep it short. You'll keep it short, sweet. Okay. So get more views with short form videos. And again, I will not go over that all again. You can use the fun stuff. You guys can see that. Okay. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hit none. So I know it's going to say, um, there are 5 types I recommend for my clients. These are the 5 types I recommend for my clients. And look how I'm saying down area. Oh, I'll say, look, read the freaking caption, people. And then I'll say, go into here and I'll say, um, get the worksheet to make some or to start the year trending. I don't know. Not great hooks, but you can make it better. And then say comment 95 for the set for the freebie. Okay. Then again, so I'll say, and I wait until I say get more. I point and I change my video to go with the audio. And then the next time I point, I make it related. And then I point the whole thing. You see? Jazzy, engaging. Oh, and then see how I messed it up there? So on my second hand, boom. But did you guys see how fast that was? And then you save it as a draft. Call it a day. I will be back and I will be telling you more short form video content that you can start doing for your audience. And we're going to jump in with be remixing reels. It's another one of my favorites. Okay, so we have just gone over how to do a B-roll short form video content reel to help you get more views. And then we also went over how to do a trending reel. Now I'm going to show you another reel that's also really easy. And I think these three are the absolute easiest that you can do in such a short period of time. And they'll also help you get more views. So this is what I call, or what is physically called, a remixed reel. So if you look here, if you see things like this, and so you can do this background and have your text overlay that's related to your content about in a remixed reel. You'll take somebody else's content and repurpose it. These could be like I just saw one from The Office and they'll have snippets that are like pop culture related. And I think these are fun because it shows that you have a little bit of humor. If you have like for me, I love cats videos. I love dancing videos. And it gets people to see that even though I'm a systems girly, I am very data oriented and talk about a lot of serious things. I also keep it light and I keep it fun. So, how you do this is you'll go in, and I'm going to screen mirror for the people of the podcast. And you go, and I have an actual folder of all of these bad boys. And like sometimes I'll find like one of my actually Shonda was one of my old clients and I love her dearly. And I saw that she was posting a lot of these trending reels and I was like, I'm saving these bad boys so I can use it later. And so again, if you want to save it, if you're scrolling just randomly through the gram, what you'll do is you'll click here and then you can save it and you can save it to a collection. Again, remember, be resilient. It might not always look like this, but what you'll do, oh, and it says I'm not following the original account. Okay. So what you'll do here is you'll click on the three dots in the lower right hand side. Again, this is the current format as of January 6th, 2026. Underneath the heart for likes, comments, remixes, airplane for sending, you'll click the three dots, and then that's where you'll also save this. And then it says full screen, auto scroll, remixing. And then you can go and see all remixes, or you can remix the original reel. Oh, and funny, I was going to say something like that too. So, what you do is you choose your own text. So, on my way to spend 6 hours on a post that gets 12 or that gets 6 views. And I'll say, like, again, because this is related to what I'm saying, and then I cover their text. And it's that easy. And you could also, to get more engagement and get more people comment 95 for the quick fix. And then I'll send them to the podcast episode. You could also say for the freebie with 5 quick fixes. You could say something like that. And then again, if you want to edit the video to make this come up later, you could have it start there. And notice how I did it with like the monkey's eyes when he like looked up. I don't even like monkeys, but then you just do your regular caption with it. So that's a quick way to repurpose and make quick videos that get you more views. And again, you need to save it as a draft. Then the next one I want to show you, I'll stop screen sharing, is if you have long form content and you post, like for me with this podcast, I take snippets of this and you can use different features. I use video AI and you can use, or it's Queso AI, QUSO AI. And you can use things like that to cut the big video content and make it into shorter snippets like this, anticlimactic, like this. Goal. I want you to think about what is your focus for this next quarter, January to March, or whatever the next quarter is as you listen to this. And I want you to think about how you're setting yourself up strategically to hit those goals. So, this is where people can hear my voice, they can hear snippets of me teaching. I can also go through and I can have whatchamacallit, I can have snippets of me coaching, and like I coach for free in my Facebook group, so I could include some snippets from that so people can hear a different angle, because me teaching versus me coaching is different. And all I have whole trainings on how to use video AI, but that's getting into too into the weeds. You can cut that long form video and it will also perform really well. In fact, I just had a video, one of my clients, it got 1,600 views. And so and this is just from Christy that was on my podcast. Megan, I was like, I need her. This is just a snippet from my podcast that I took and I cut it, made it into this format, and uploaded it with text on top of it. So that's another way that you can do it. Last but not least, for me, another thing that I haven't really done too much of, but something that I definitely want to start doing more of, is talking heads. Now, the reason why I don't do talking heads as much is because they are time consuming. This is one of the more challenging things to do. But I do think it gives you a quick showcase of the way you speak in a way that doesn't feel as large as the podcast. And the benefit to doing what's called a talking head reel is it gives you the opportunity to create a stronger hook that gets people going. If you are a coach or service-based entrepreneur that wants to make consistent income and have your marketing work for you, I've got news for you. I want to help you bring in amazing clients. So go in and talk through those pieces. And when I'm recording these, I'll typically do this in my regular camera. I won't do these with my I won't always do these in the app, but I'll show you how, if you wanted to do it in the app, you could, or you can just upload videos. So if um I'm thinking of a good hook. Coaches and what you can do is you can also call out your ideal audience as you do this. So I could say something like, or that's what I did in that first one. For this one, I'll do just a random hook. Stop spending 6 hours on posts that don't get read. Do this instead. And then, oh, it says add to stories. Criminy. You click in the reel button and then you can record it. So stop spending 6 hours on posts that, bleh. And see, this takes a minute. You got to get in that groove. You got to get in the sing. And this is why I typically will do this in my phone. So I'll do these videos in my phone so that I can delete them. And I'm like, oh, that was crappy. Like you'll see here or here. You see how I like mess up there and I'm like, oh, it was 2026. So what I do is I'll typically record those in my phone and then I'll compile them together. So this is the way I'll do it is I will, if you just go and you'll click in new reel and like, I'll just do this in my phone and I'll go through and do a video and I'll be like, if you're spending 6 hours on a post that gets 6 views, do short form videos instead. One of the things that I teach my clients are 5 different types of short form videos that you can start using as soon as this week, and they take less time than a post and get way more views. So I typically start out with three forms of really short form video content called B-roll reels, trending reel remakes, and remixed reels. And I go over all of these in episode 95 of the podcast. And then if you have a little bit more time, you can cut long form videos or record a talking head like I'm doing right now. And you can upload those as well. And they will also get more views than a post that is taking you a very long time that gets very few people looking at it. If you want my whole guide on how to create these short form videos that get you more views in less time, use the link in my bio or comment 95 to get the whole worksheet and podcast episode tutorial that teaches you how to do the same. So you see how it's like it was fine. I could have redone that last one. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into new reel and then I go and I see, oh, this is the last one I did. And I'll click exit out these old ones and do one, two, three, four, five, six. And then I listen to it to make sure it sounds good. Skip the suggested audio for now. Oh, and look, I accidentally put this one at first, so I'm going to delete that. Against views, do short form videos instead. One of the things that I teach my clients are 5 different types of short form videos that you can start using as soon as this week, and they take less time than a post and get way more views. So I typically start out with 3 forms of really short form video content called B-roll reels, trending reel remakes, and remixed reels. And I go over all of these in episode 95 of the podcast. And then if you have a little bit more time, you can cut long form videos or record a talking head like I'm doing right now. And you can upload those as well. So you see how I'm just talking on here? And I'll say comment 95. And I'll probably say something like something like get more views with these 5 video video pieces of content. So we'll go through and I'll put that in there and I'll say comment 95 for the free guide, tutorial and guide. And I'll just put that at the bottom and I'll have that usually up for the whole video for the talking head ones. Sometimes we might include a little bit of jazziness to it. And we'll save it as a draft. So that is for you guys the 5 types of content. And I want you to start using these because within your business, you want to get more people that are viewing your content. You want to make sure that you're creating content that gets more people that are engaging with you. And you can create fun trending reels that are actually relevant to your business instead of creating things that are like weird trending reels that don't actually get a lot of views. So I hope this video was very helpful for you. Again, if these tutorials are no longer relevant, develop that grit mindset. Let's go through and learn new ways to create it because your people are out there. They are looking for you. They want your service, and we want to make it as easy as possible for your people to find you. Let me know if you have any questions. Make sure you download this awesome worksheet. I'm going to include worksheets with each piece of the 5 types of reels and places for you to start jotting down some ideas. And I can't wait to see you posting some of this awesome viral content very soon.